7 Duel Masters content creators are competing in a tournament unlike anything seen before. Week to week, they will compete in intense challenges that will test their creativity, game knowledge, deck building skills, and in-game decision making. Welcome to the Garabon Games.
Well, last week I did manage to end Modest Duelist's run through losers bracket. If I'm being honest, I did have a bit of luck on my side in order to do it, but them's the breaks sometimes, I guess. I basically made it here by losing most of my matches in the main challenge and then getting through the elimination challenges, sometimes by complete luck, quite honestly. Like in my last match versus Modest Duelist, if I didn't top deck that miraculous meltdown, I mean, he would be here instead of me. And there were other examples like that earlier.
There was one elimination challenge I had to play in, but otherwise I won the majority of the challenges. It's been really enjoyable. Lots of different things to kind of think around, and I really liked the challenges which put like a twist on things.
Well, Sydelio is obviously one of the best players in this competition, and if I'm being honest, he's probably got to be the favorite. I mean, he's been completely dominating the main challenges in this event. And I did win one of them, so it's not like it's impossible for me to come out on top of him, but it really hasn't happened yet in this tournament for the most part. Meanwhile, I've been clawing my way through these elimination matches. I definitely think I have a shot, but as far as being the favorite, absolutely not.
I respect Coral for making it this far, but I think I'll be fine in the last challenge and continue my good performance overall.
Congratulations to the 2 remaining competitors. You worked hard to get here, but you have one more challenge remaining. The winner of today's challenge will be crowned the champion of the Garabon Games, while the loser walks home empty-handed. Good luck to the 2 of you. The final challenge is called Culmination. Throughout the Garabon Games, we played in many limited formats, each testing your abilities in different ways. In this challenge, you must use everything you've learned in the previous rounds. The 2 of you will play a best of 5 match using 5 decks that you must construct from the same limited card pool. We will create your card pools using some familiar formats. Round 1, Singleton Elimination. I will start your card pools off with 1 copy of every card from a core booster release. Round 2, Thinking Outside the Box. Next, you may open any 24 booster packs and add them to your card pool. You may open it in any order, just like in the original challenge. Round 3, Mono Civ Roulette. You may select 1 civilization and add 1 copy of each card from that civilization into your card pool. Round 4, Odds and Evens. You may select odds or evens and add 1 copy of each card of that category into your card pool. Round 5, Set Selector. You may select 1 core set and add 1 copy of each card to your card pool. There will be no quiz element to this challenge. After creating your massive card pools, you must construct 5 decks to play in the best of 5 match. These decks will be all constructed from the same card pool, so you may not reuse cards across multiple decks. For example, if you only have 1 copy of Aquahulkus, you may only use it in 1 deck. If you have 2 Aquahulkuses, you may either use them both in 1 deck or split them across 2 decks. Each choice will have a big impact on your card pool, so make sure to make each decision very carefully. Good luck to the 2 of you, and may the best duelist win.
This format really seems like a lot of fun, if I'm being honest. In some of the earlier series on this channel, the history of Duel Masters and the progression series, I really liked the final episodes for that because we were building a bunch of different decks and we could really let our creativity run wild and do whatever we wanted, basically. And this really has the same feeling. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun preparing this.
We are switching decks after each game, both players. decks. So this means that I'm going to put most emphasis on the first 3 decks, and the second ones will be secondary. So I'm going to start with the strongest deck, or rather maybe the second strongest, it depends a bit. Because if I'm expecting Coral to bring the strongest deck first, I could bring the weakest deck, and then go for the next strongest ones, and then have like an overall advantage maybe.
I think the way you want to approach this challenge is not like a typical sort of, not the same way you'd approach most limited formats. I think you want to have like a clear plan going into it and be like, I'm going to play this deck, this deck, this deck, and this deck. What cards do I need to do in order to do that? And then make all your selections based around trying to find like those specific cards.
It's going to be an interesting format. There's going to be slower stuff, there's going to be faster stuff. It's hard to build a full-on aggro list, or rather like a rush list, so I don't think that's going to happen. Aggro list, probably yes, and I think I will be bringing some sort of an aggro as well, but I think for the most part it should and will be like mid-range control stuff.
Now, what decks am I going to play? I could not tell you. Probably like an aggro deck and some mid-range decks and the control deck. We'll see, I guess.
Something that I am thinking of is going for Wave Strikers to kind of leverage the mid-ranger stuff, but I was thinking of opening DM11 boosters and thus getting like the commons, uncommons, so I can then play Wave Strikers as one of my decks, then a 4-color control type mid-range stuff, whatever, pile with lots of singleton cards and Bronze Arm Tribes, an aggro list with something included, and then just like maybe Hydro Hurricane stuff to put the light blockers to use and stuff like that.
I'm just gonna have to sit down and have a good think and figure out what decks I probably want to use. Just like in the challenge from, I think it was week 2, we get to open any 24 core Duel Masters booster packs, and we can pick whatever packs we want and open them in whatever order we want. And so yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Let's just get right into it then. And now I'm actually going to start with a set that might come as a bit of a surprise, which is Rampage of the Super Warriors, notoriously one of, if not the worst set ever printed. So something that might not be quite obvious about this challenge when you first see it, the way, at least the conclusion I've come to, the way you really want to approach this is you want to have specific decks in mind. And so you have decks that you're trying to build, and then you want to use your wild cards and the pack openings to target specific cards that you need for that deck, or those decks basically. And so why Rampage of the Super Warriors? Well, one of the decks I want to be using for this challenge is Fire Nature Rush, and my planned wildcard picks only give me 2 copies of Sniper Mosquito, and I want to get the other 2. So what we're doing for right now, we are just going to open Rampage of the Super Warriors until we get 2 copies of Sniper Mosquito, and then we will move on to other packs. I hope this happens quickly because I really don't want to spend more of my pack openings on this quite bad set than I have to. Yeah, we'll just go. There's a few other cards I wouldn't be too unhappy to see either, but yeah. Okay, no Sniper Mosquito, but I did pick up a Searing Wave, which might work its way into one of my decks if I get an extra copy of that. Volcanic Arrows. I did say I wanted to run Fire Nature Rush, and I wasn't guaranteed to get any more than just 1 copy of Volcanic Arrows with the fixed card picks that I'm making, so more copies of Volcanic Arrows is also great.
The game plan is DM11, and our main hunts are Merly, Bellix, Sapien, Machomelon, Ninja Pumpkin, so I think we should be hitting some stuff pretty nicely. First booster here. Merly, Lumes. Slash and Burn isn't bad actually, this is a good pack, and Morbid Medicine. So we did get something really good here already. Next pack. 4th Plague, Machomelon. Very good, very good. One more, so just 1 more Machomelon now. 2 packs opened, this is a pretty good start.
Still no Sniper speak of the devil, there is a Sniper Mosquito in pack 3. Come on, let's just make it pack 4 and then I can move on. Ah, look at that. Okay, I almost didn't see it in the corner here. But yeah, 2nd copy of Sniper Mosquito right there. So yeah, we will move on now.
Sapien Dark Nice. Merly, yet another one. So we have now +1 Merly, I think. We might end up in a scenario where we have enough cards to build 2 Wave Striker decks, which could be solid. Next pack, this is much more towards the garbage, but we did get good stuff previously. Hearty Caps, like I already have those a pretty fair amount, so...
And the next set we're going to be trying to open is the base set, and I mean... I guess the main things we're going after are Bronze Arm Tribe, Aqua Hulkus, and Poisonous Mushroom. The first two are just good in a wide variety of decks, and I'll take as many of them as I can get. Poisonous Mushroom I also want in the Fire Nature Rush deck, and there's one other deck I might play depending on how the polls go. Crimson Hammer's nice to have access to. Believe it or not, La Uragiga Sky Guardian is making its way into one of my decks. I only need like 1 copy of it, but figured I'd point it out since I saw it there.
Another Merly. +2 Merly, dude. Wow. We did get Macho Melon now. Very good. Alright, we keep going. Next pack. I think I want the Ninja Pumpkin. Yes. So good. Very good. Lucky Ball is actually pretty good too. Ninja Pumpkin here, so now we don't quote-unquote need anything from here. So we now want maybe more Gladiators.
There's one of the Poisonous Mushrooms, and actually Crystal Memory here. Crystal Memory is a really useful card in this format, I think, because there's a lot of like key pieces where we might not have the 4 copies that we would really want to play if we're going to play a particular deck, and so having Crystal Memory as a backup is nice. I wasn't counting on pulling any copies of this, but I am absolutely happy to get them, and also there's a Bronze Arm Tribe up here, which is quite nice. Unicorn Fish is actually quite useful for some of the decks I have in mind. Oh, and I totally forgot to say this. I've got so much to keep track of here. We also wanted to pull some Deadly Fighter Braid Claws from this set, again for Fire Nature Rush.
And now we will open DM12 for Surion, Bingole, Belmol, maybe Ularus Valkyrie, and Turnip. Belmol baby. Wrong multisieves, but that's quite a hefty count. Soul Phoenix not gonna play it. Goliath is alright, so okay. Well, Bingole. I mean, Belmol, we need 1 more. Let's do next pack. Oh, Turnip! Bingo! What a pack, what a pack. And Pinsir too, that's playable if we go for the Darkness Fire Nature aggro.
Teleportation, that... I don't know if I want this or not, but it's definitely a useful rare when there are a lot of not useful rares in this set.
Next pack. We have +1 Belmol, I don't need to list that. We did get the Ularus here. I was tempted to go for an Extreme Crawler combo, by the way. But let's continue. Channeling the Turnip and Surion energy. Yes! And Bingole too, nice. So now mostly Turnip and Surions.
Brain Serum isn't bad, actually. I can use this as sort of a discount energy stream, and I do have a lot of decks in mind that want energy stream. Oh, and the second Poisonous Mushroom, nice, okay. I was expecting to get Aqua Hulkuses and Bronze Arms before Poisonous Mushrooms, but okay, I'll take it.
Nothing here. Okay, come on. We still have some packs to go, but let's clutch it. Let's get it before we need, like before the last packs. Turnips, Surion. Another Pinsir. I'm playing some Pinsir aggro. Absolutely. With maybe Copper Locust. Gigaballs is good too.
Yikes, okay. Keep opening for now. A second Crystal Memory, that's not bad actually. And the second Deadly Fighter Braid Claw.
Next pack. Surion, let's go. Yet another Copper Locust though. What the hell? Now we just need turnips, and how highly do we value the turnips here instead of opting for maybe another set? Like DM10. Yeah, let's switch here. So first pack here. Skysword Baby and Mikey's Flyers. Okie dokie. Phantom Dragon's Flame is a good card, but we already have 4 of them because DM6 and odds. You know, like DM10, DM6. Let's try to get Gontas, I guess. More Gonta. Let's see how many. We should have 1 Mikey's actually, so.
Still none of the cards I want here. And still nothing, jeez.
Karate Potato. Wow. Next pack. This was Garbo, but next pack will be good. Estol.
Alright, I'm definitely willing to open 2 2 more packs of this set. So we'll open 2 more base set and see where it takes us. Natural Snare could come in handy, actually. Getting these rare generic removal spells is pretty difficult here. And actually, in the same vein, Tornado Flame could come in handy also, quite honestly.
I think let's go for the turnips now, actually. DM12, give me the turnips. Wrong kind of a turnip, my dude. Another Goliath, another Ularus.
And, well, we did get a second Natural Snare. We've got 2 Natural Snares, 2 Crystal Memories, and no Aqua Hulkus. Cannot say this is how I expected this to go. The next set we want to open is Evo Crushionators of Doom. And the main cards we're looking for here are Magris Vizier of Magnetism, Marrow Ruse the Twister, and Lost Soul. Hope this goes better than the base set packs did, I guess. Okay, Crystal Lancer. I mean, I could maybe run like a Liquid People mid-range deck, but without Aqua Hulkus from the base set, that's a bit sketchy if I'm being honest. Do have Burst Shot though, and just getting these defensive triggers I do think is nice in this format.
Turnip. Another Ularus. What's going on? DM10 Gonta. Oh, Tajima. Fair enough, not bad. Okay.
There's a Lost Soul. Won't complain about that. We also have a Core Isle, which is going to work its way into at least one deck that I have in mind. I don't even know how to respond to this. I had this whole plan in mind and I was like, oh, maybe we'll get Lost Soul, maybe we won't, maybe we'll get Fighter Dual Fang, maybe we won't. Well, we've got Fighter Dual Fang, we've got some good rares for base set, but still no freaking Aqua Hulkus and no Magris, my god.
Yes, Gonta. Mesgar is interesting too. I'll do the last for the turnips. That's a pincer, but not a turnip. Come on, turnip. Thank you. One more turnip, last pack. Okay, that's fine. So many Giga raises though, and so many Belmos.
Final pack though, please, please give me something I want. Well, okay, I can't complain too much. I did get the Marrow Ooze. Still no Magris, no Aqua Hulkus, but it is what it is. We're up to our last pack here, so we can't open any more. This is very unfortunate. Okay, yeah, so that's our pack opening. What we've got here is basically a Water Darkness aggro / tempo / mid-range deck, I guess. Essentially the game plan is we've got an aggressive slate of early creatures, a lot of which will either generate us value in the case of, say, Aqua Hulkus or Hyper Squid Walter, or they'll make it difficult for our opponent to stick threats on the board. Like we've got Bounce Creatures and Unicorn Fish and Core Isle, as well as the full playset of Spiral Gate here. And basically we hope that we can put early pressure on the board while continually drawing more and more resources, as well as making it difficult for Sydelio to stick anything on the board. And we hope to close the game out in the early or mid game as a result of that pressure. We do have the 2 Liquid People evolutions as finishers if that's necessary, so we can potentially use that as a trump card also. Unfortunately, I do think this is almost definitely the weakest deck in my arsenal. So from that standpoint, starting from this deck, I don't know if I'm putting my best foot forward. And you can kind of see, like, there's a ton of, like, weird 2-ofs in this deck and things like that that we're basically running because, like, we only have so much in our limited card pool, and, like, I didn't pick Water or Darkness as my civilization of choice for the wild cards. I didn't really pull a lot for this deck, so I'm kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel for playables here.
I will be likely starting is this Lightwater Aelzonius list. So this is one of the things that I wanted to build around with, because DM11, when I choose the set, I get 1 copy of each card. That way I get access to the Aelzonius as well as Belix, and I get crucial wave strikers. This build is pretty standard, like this is actually pretty close to a competitive build. More Aqua Hulkuses would be much appreciated, as well as more Emeralds instead of some of the blockers, but overall it's very balanced. It's a very solid build. I'm hoping to stick down an Aelzonius and just win with the beats. Alrighty guys, we are here in the Garabon Games finals with Coral627. I'm excited to see what he's brought to the finals. I think he's also excited to see what I brought because...
Oh, for sure.
This was a really spicy challenge and I think it's going to be interesting regardless. Like, I think it's going to be an awesome set of games.
I will say I had a plan coming into this, and then the pulls that I had in my pack, or in the 24 packs, didn't quite line up the way I wanted, unfortunately. That only changed 2 out of my 5 decks as it turned out, but I kind of had to wing it on a few of my decks after that. But I still think it turned out okay. So just go ahead with the die roll then?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Oh
my god, 1 and 2! Oh, what the hell?
Off to a strong start.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Alright.
You slightly stronger than me.
That's hilarious. Alright, set up battle zone and then best of luck.
I assume you're going first?
Yeah, I will go first.
Okay.
Let's see here.
First turn's always the hardest in these games, I think.
I'll charge a Ganesil and I'll pass.
Ganesil, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, this is definitely the funniest card I'm running. I don't think it's a very good card, so we'll just send it to mana
Ooh, hell
immediately.
yeah. Nice.
We'll play Benzo the Hidden Fury. If it works, it's awesome.
Looks like some sort of a blue-black aggro, I would guess. I will draw here. Yeah, I think I'm...
You've got some deck with blockers, that's all I know. Maybe this could be Warlord Alzonius, actually.
I'll charge that, and I will play.
Okay, yeah, this is looking like Warlord Alzonius to me. Let's see. I will draw. I guess you'd run Aqua Hocus in a lot of decks, but for now, that is definitely the assumption I'm under. We will send, Spiral Gate to
Okay, so blue-black aggro did seem...
We will play Aqua Vehicle.
Hell yeah.
And go ahead.
I will draw. Put Folio to mana and play Surion and pass.
Okay, you're off to the races here, which is unfortunate for me. Is there a way I can... How do I do this from this spot, I wonder? This is harder than it should be. Yeah, okay. I will send Bat Doctor Shadow of Undeath to mana, and we will run out a Windmill Mutant and pass.
Ooh, I will draw. What could we see here? I'll put a Coral into mana, and I'll play a Colon.
Oh, this is going downhill fast, okay.
And then I will think. I'll just swing the Surion into it.
Okay.
And I will pass.
Alright, draw. I mean, if you've got Alzonius in hand, it's probably coming down next turn. But I guess there's not really anything I can do about that, is there? This doesn't feel like a winning play. I don't know if I have a lot of winning plays from this position.
Ooh.
I will run out Purple Piercer.
Spicy, nice.
Yes. And go ahead.
I will draw.
I will say this is the deck I was kind of stuck with a bunch of cards that I wanted to use, but I've only got 2 copies of all of them. So there's a lot of not ideal stuff in this deck as a result.
Charge a Spiral Gate.
Only 4 mana.
Play Magris.
Okay.
And let's see, does anything really go south here? I feel like I'm playing the control here though. You could snake attack, but I have a blocker. If I swing here, you could have a Pit. I'll swing the Surion at shield number 1.
Okay. Oh, we'll play Aqua Jolter.
Nice. I will pass turn.
Okay. Well, can we use this somehow? So you've got 1 card in hand, but it's the card you just drew with Magris, so it's not like it's something you've been holding on to. Guess there's no need to think too hard here. I will charge Lucky Ball, which unfortunately doesn't seem like I'm going to be getting the effect of that in the near future. I will run out. Okay, I have no idea how to pronounce this, but
yeah,
this
gotcha.
mechanical doll fellow.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, I guess I could swing with the Purple Piercer. Let me think if that's worth it. Yeah, maybe we do go in. I don't think I can really sit back and wait here.
Shield 1 broken.
And go ahead.
I will draw. I'll play out a Belmol, and then I will play a Spiral Gate, and I'll choose to think the Gutchuck. Yeah, I'll target the Gutchuck here.
Okay.
Then Syrian swinging the shield.
Okay, that's good.
Magri swinging in the shield.
Okay, yep, that's good too.
And then let's see. You could do Purple Piercer there. If you swing there though, does it matter? I'll swing in with the column.
Okay, that's good too.
And I will pass.
Okay, so if you have Ilzonius, there is not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess there's no point worrying myself over things I can't do anything about anyways. Actually, what is the right way to do this, I wonder? Guess we go like this, actually. Yeah, send Windmill Mutant to mana. We will play Corile on the... Why is this not letting me target? I want to target the Syrian here.
Okay, yeah.
You can just put it in your hand and not draw next turn if that's easier.
Yeah, I'll just put it on the side for now.
Okay, that works. And then, I mean, Purple Piercer will kill the Colon. And
the Syrian just jumps back in.
Yes, just like, I'm coming back in. But yeah, then go ahead.
I draw it as my card for the turn. I think I do charge it. I will play a Lucky Ball. I will draw 2.
Oh, that's not good.
And then 4 cards in hand, you could do that. Yeah, I guess the play is to swing still. And I will pass. Go ahead.
Unbelievably, I actually, if I didn't send that other Spiral Gate to mana like 4 turns ago, I would have had a win here potentially.
Dang.
But because I do have Snake Attack in hand, but not much I can do with it, unfortunately. No,
maybe I don't block.
Anyway.
Maybe I don't block with Belix.
Okay, I have ways to draw more cards in my hand, but I know it's in my deck, and I know that nothing I can draw would actually let me come back from this spot. So if we're gonna go out swinging here.
Hell yeah.
And as you said, maybe you won't block.
Yeah.
So we'll just play this Snake Attack and I guess run out this guy also, just because, I mean, we're breaking as much as we can here.
Let's do it. Belmol can't block, so it can't be forced to block.
Yes.
I guess I'll use a colon just for a good
Okay, so
measure.
it wouldn't have been game anyways, yeah. That makes me feel a tiny bit better.
And another, let's go for...
Okay, yeah, I was never winning this game then. So, okay then. And I mean, we'll try. Force your Belmol to do something. And yep, go ahead.
I will draw.
You have more than enough to win here.
I'll just swing the Magris for the game.
Yep, okay. What we've got here is just a classic Ruby Fall control deck. Red, blue, black, yellow Fall Eaga control. The namesake of the deck is this Fall Eaga Dawn Guardian, which lets us return a spell from our graveyard to our hand. But basically the game plan is we're playing a control deck and we've got tons of tutors like Crystal Memory or Fall Eaga to get exactly the spell that we need for the particular situation. And we've got a bunch of powerful spells to back that up. Apocalypse Spies, Lost Soul, Upheaval, Blizzard of Spears. All of these have the potential to just change the game on a dime, and whichever we need, we can just go and grab it either from our deck with Logic Cube and Crystal Memory, from our graveyard with Fall Eaga, or perhaps from our mana zone with Thrashcaller or Belix the Explorer. All in all, I think this is quite a solid control deck, a bit not as focused as it could be due to the limited nature of the format, but I think it should be quite good, and I'm excited to see how it does.
This wonderful, wonderful light water darkness deck out. So what I'm expecting from Corile is mostly mid-rangey and control stuff. Maybe a water darkness fire based control, or even one with light water darkness and fire. In expecting this in mind, I wanted to go for at least one deck that can, like, I don't need to attack ever. I'm just going to deck out because I don't think he's going to be building many 50 card lists, and this should feast on the 40 card lists that can't really either combo off or do anything, because this is a pretty disruptive deck. This is where I used most of my darkness cards, as you can see. I used the Lost Souls, I used the Slash Chargers, used my 4-drop creatures, which can also be leveraged with Hydro Hurricane, Cranium Clamp, one Slime Veil, kind of to force the issue. If there's maybe some creatures on the board, we can force them to attack whatever, maybe Photoside, and just like draw us cards or potentially suicide their board into an Ikaz or just the Palaulisis. Mistrias here as a crucial engine, and just like solid, good overall value with the Ice Vapors there. When buffed with Palaulisis, it's really hard to cast any spells. Off to the races we go.
I'll go first.
Yes.
Okay, you're on 50 cards here, I guess. Guess we start by sending Miraculous Meltdown to mana.
It does seem like
go ahead.
One of your favorite deck types, which would be a Ruby control. I might be wrong or I might be correct, but I do kind of feel like it's something in the vein of that. I'll charge an Aeropica and pass.
Yep, okay. Again, it's like, what do I send to mana here? Is this what we send? I guess this is what we send to mana. It's a bit awkward, but Apocalypse Vise to mana. Go ahead.
I will draw. Yeah, I think I'll charge Ghastly Drain and pass.
Okay. Yeah, so we're both clearly on some sort of control deck here. My first thought for what you're playing is that you're on like a Fortress Shell deck, kind of like the one you took to that odds and evens challenge from earlier.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess I don't really want to be sending this to mana on turn 3, but I think I need to just get all my colors in the mana zone at some point in time. No play for me though, unfortunately.
I'll draw. Charge a Hydro Hurricane.
Oh, Hydro Hurricane, okay.
And I'll play a Slash on your deck.
Yep, this is going not ideal.
Let's see here. Okay, so my read is correct. It is a Ruby control. There we
Indeed.
go. Let's see here. 2 Bolmedius, so you chose probably odds. You do have 2 Phantom Dragons. Oh yeah, but it would be from the odds, yeah.
There's I will say there's also the Phantom Dragon's Flame has a reprint actually, so you could get
true. Yeah.
Like
That's
so like
true,
picking odds gets you like 4 copies if you do that.
Yeah.
I may know this because I'm running 4 copies between my decks. But yeah.
I will choose Lost Soul.
Okay, makes sense.
And then I will pass.
Okay.
I think I might be facing a 4-drop discard. Maybe a Clamp, I don't know.
And this is not exactly the card I wanted to see. I guess we should do this. I'll send Thrash Crawler to mana. And yep, indeed, there is a Cranium Clamp.
Yeah.
And
I will choose to discard. Yeah, I'll discard the Memory and Terror Pit.
Crystal Memory and Terror Pit. Okay. I've only seen 2 colors so far, so you could just be on like blue-black control here. Maybe not.
I will draw.
Yeah, I guess you could be playing like Slash Charger deck out also. Well, I guess you wouldn't play Hydro Hurricane if that's what you were doing though. Maybe this is just a Hydro Hurricane deck that also has Slash Charger.
I'll do Giga Balza and discard your Logic Cube.
Okay, and I will draw. So you've got 1 card in hand. I've got to think about this for a second. Let's see. I guess whatever card you have in hand is either expensive or worse than Giga Balza. You did charge Lost Soul though, which is a bit interesting. Maybe that means you have 2 Lost Souls? Yeah, I don't know if this is right or not, but I think I'm going to take this turn off playing mana and just play a Brain Serum and go ahead.
I will draw. I'll charge Mistrias and pass.
Mistrias, okay. So now it's looking more like...
Yeah, light is...
like Hydro Hurricane, which I suppose I should have assumed that from the beginning. But,
yeah, there was a slight potential mana color thing.
Yeah. So I at least know what I'm playing this turn, but what do I want to send to mana? Guess we send Thaliga to mana, and we will run out Gallic the Shadow Warrior.
Yep.
Okay, and there's another Lost Soul. Glad that's out of here, and go ahead.
I'll draw. I'll play an Energy Stream.
Not a bad draw.
And a Slash Charger on you.
Okay.
And just figuring out what you drew.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah, that is yeah. Oh, alright, I see. The situation is like so, I believe. I'll get Morbid out.
Okay.
And I will pass control to you back.
Does-
And not swinging here.
Yeah, makes sense. Getting rid of Morbid Medicine does make things a bit complicated. Well, I think this is going to mana no matter what I do. Yeah, okay. You will hope the other card in your hand is not Lost Soul. And we will play Thaliga.
Yeah,
I think I just pick up the Brain Serum. Yeah, because I had two and then both of them were gone, I think. But yeah, so picking up Brain Serum with Thaliga and then go ahead.
I will draw. Let's see here. If I do this, I don't think that will matter. I'll charge a Zombie Carnival.
Okay.
And I'll play a Petrova.
Okay.
And I will name a Chimera.
Okay, so you're naming Chimera, so that'll be at 5,000.
Yeah, I will then pass turn.
Okay, so you have no cards in hand. I was planning on playing Brain Serum this turn,
But you're
I guess
playing
I
Volmedius instead.
I can just draw Volmedius off the top of my deck. Yeah, that is not a bad deal.
No.
And go ahead.
I will draw. I'll play out a Laura Giga and pass. Go ahead.
Right, I will send this stupid speed attacker to mana, and I will play Dazgazil Dragon.
Fortunate that you didn't discard that to the random discard.
Oh yes.
Because you've had that since the start, I believe.
Yeah. So I think Baza, we are going to try and kill the Petrova here. Maybe that's a mistake, actually, but oh well.
I'll block with the Laura Giga.
Okay. Now, yeah, I guess there's no punish immediately that I can think of, so yeah, Volmedius will just hit 2 shields here.
Yeah. Marrows and Marinamancer.
Alright, and then Baza will go to my hand and I'll end.
I will draw, play out an Ice Vapor, and I will pass.
Not the best in this situation, but it's a cool card.
Yeah, the draw sequence has been a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I believe you only had one clamp in your deck.
That is true, yes. Well, we'll play out the other Baza. Oh no, this Ice Vapor is actually more of a problem than me for Petrova, but I feel like, I guess I just want to remove any chance of like drawing another Petrova and then being able to swing back at my Volmedius.
Pella and Fa.
Yeah, and I could go for game, but I don't think there's any reason to, so go ahead.
I mean, there's not necessarily much of a choice, but I'll snare the Volmedius.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And go.
I mean, I guess now it kind of does make sense, because I don't have a Volmedius on board anymore, and I think we just try and end it here. That said, I guess what is the punish for not going in with Baza? You would need like exactly Holy Awe to not win in that case, and then if you Holy Awe me, you're just left with 2 guys and 1 card off the top of your deck. That doesn't seem... Yeah, I think we're just gonna go for the last shield here.
Yep, no trigger.
And then, alright, good games.
GG.
This one is a well-established archetype in constructed Duel Masters that I think we've actually got most of the pieces for, which is great. But this is Water Dark Light Hydro Hurricane, and the ability to play this deck is basically why I wanted to take Shadow Clash of Blinding Night as my set of choice during like the card selections for our pool or whatever. But the build around here is Hydro Hurricane, which basically it incentivizes you to play light and darkness creatures, and when you have a lot of light and darkness creatures on the board, it's going to bounce all of your opponent's creatures and all of your opponent's mana, and then they just won't be able to play the game anymore after that, hopefully. And we can just swing for the win however we want after we play this card. The way we set that up is through Mistria's Sonic Guardian and a lot of cheap light and darkness creatures. So basically we want to play sort of a control game plan early, eventually stick a Mistria's Sonic Guardian, and then just play through our entire deck by playing 1-drop after 1-drop after 1-drop or 2-drop or whatever, and we keep drawing cards with Mistria's every time we play that. And so then we can just amass a huge board, and then Hydro Hurricane, when we play that, it'll be impossible for Sydelio to come back from that.
Another main list here is the Wave Strikers. Here, the only things that I'm really missing is the one turnip, but it's not the end of the world. I used my soul swaps here because I think I want to play a lower count of darkness here, mainly just get one into mana, then maybe swap it out later, or kill Stein to swap out. Just looking to curve out efficiently. If I get waves online, notably Merly, Sapient Tark, and then maybe Astra or just Glowmus to clear out the board, I don't think there's too much coming back as long as I don't start attacking immediately. I think I want to stabilize over to like 4 Wave Strikers so there's not a combination of two cards that I could lose to outright. So namely like a Spiral Gate into mass removal like Searing Wave, but I think we should be fine here overall. A really balanced list in my opinion. I'll choose to go first.
Alright, unsurprising.
Alrighty, setting up Battle Zone and off to the races.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
I'll charge a Goliath fast turn.
Oh, Wave Strikers, okay. I thought about doing this, but I don't know. I shouldn't say that I'm not playing Wave Strikers, but it's already too late now. Which of these? This is unfortunately not a deck I actually have too much experience with.
Interesting.
I guess just Zombie Carnival the mana and go ahead.
Okay, so maybe a Marino-centric deck. I will draw, I'll put down, I think that, yeah, go to for a turnip, pasture.
Okay. If you follow this up with the Fire 3-drop, whose name I can't remember, this could get a bit rough, but yeah, okay, so we will charge
so Marino,
Giga.
Yeah, Hydro.
And we will play Soul Gala,
Gotcha.
And go ahead.
I will draw Astra into mana and play a Sapien and I will pass.
There he is, yep. Okay. This is a really uncomfortable play to make, but I really think I have to make sure this Soul Gala doesn't die. So we will charge Marrow Ooze and we will play Marrow Ooze and go ahead.
I'll draw. Let's see here. I'll charge a Sapient Tark. I'll play an Uncanny Turnip.
Yep.
I'll just drag it onto the board and then charge as mana. Lumez
Okay.
into mana.
Yep.
Lumez is interesting, but I don't think I'm in a rush to get it. I'll return the Sapient Tark, and then I will play Sapient Tark.
Yep.
And try to attack the Soul Gala.
I will block.
Alright. And I will pass.
Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, the fact that you had 2 really throws a wrench in things here. But, I mean, we will make do with what we can.
Death
I
Smoke?
will
Yep.
Death Smoke the Sapient Tark, and like what I wanted to do was then swing into the tap Sapient Tark.
Yeah.
I cannot do that though, and I'm in a pretty bad spot. So go ahead.
I will draw. I will just play out a Macho Melon and I will swing into the Soul Gala. And I don't think you have cheap blockers, I'm just gonna pass.
What is the path to getting back into this game? I don't know. This is kind of like the best card in the deck, but I don't think the path to winning involves playing Misreons. At least not right now. So I think we just end here, unfortunately.
I will draw. I'll charge a Lumez, and let's see. Master
You don't want to play the Lumez on this board stage.
Not quite, not quite. Let's see here. 6, so you could do some sort of removal. The triggers in that deck are pretty low. You'd have to, like, you could play maybe a Perilous, stuff like that. Don't think, maybe Colon. If you get Colon, you'd still have to get rid of 2 things. You have 2 cards in hand only though, so let's see. If you have like a terror pick, you just use it, then nothing advances. Discard is irrelevant. Any creatures are irrelevant. No, yeah, I would just pass. Go ahead.
Okay. This is not the card I wanted to draw. I mean, I guess we've got to draw into something, and this is one way for us to do it. I guess we tap like this. I will play Marinomancer. Reveal, of course. Okay, so we get Perilous and Loco.
Okay.
Hydro Hurricane goes to the graveyard. And go ahead.
I will draw. So I guess you could technically Loco. I guess I could do that. I'll play a Soul Swap and I will... Oh, I made a misplay. Oops. No, I didn't. Never mind. I'll charge the Turnip and then I'll play the Turnip. So I'll charge the top card.
Yep, okay.
As my mana. And I think at this point I'll take one of the Asra. Sapien can kill this.
Yep.
And pass turn.
Let's see, so you have an Asra in hand, and then you have something else, which I don't know exactly what it could be, but something you like didn't play a turn or 2 ago. Okay, I don't think thinking about it too hard is going to get me anywhere. I think we just charge the Loco here. And I will tap like this, play Energy Stream. Yeah, okay, this is the play. Tap 3, Hello Lasis.
Oh.
Tap 1, La Uragiga.
Nice.
And go ahead.
I will draw. I will play out a Merly, play out a Macho Melon.
Okay.
Sapien Tark tries to kill Perilous.
And I guess I block here. The La Uragiga.
Sure. And then let's see. I guess if you hold your... You could do some shenanigans. But I know that you have... Well, I don't know the 2 mystery cards there. I'll just pass. Go ahead.
Okay, draw. That's not a bad draw. Still have 1 card in hand. Yeah, I guess if we want to... I think this is probably the way to go. Tap 3. A Miraculous Snare on the Sapien Tark. And a Crystal Memory. Try and figure out what's in my shields for a second here.
Pretty good draws from the Serum.
Yes, no kidding. And I think we just take this. And then I will shuffle and go ahead.
I will draw. I'll play a Goliath.
Okay, that's not good.
Merly Swinging Shield 1.
Oh, I did know this was in the shields. I'll just holy on now, I guess. Unfortunately, this was not really the draw here either.
I was expecting you to get Petrova maybe from the memory to stabilize.
This is what I actually grabbed. I don't know which would have... I figure the only way I can come back is by just drawing a million cards and setting up some Hydro Hurricane for a lot.
Yeah.
That was my reasoning. I mean, I feel like I'm choosing between a 0.1% and a 0.2% chance to win or something.
I'll charge.
I did know Holial was in my shields, but
let's see here. Don't think giving you 1 additional draw makes a difference here. I'll play an Astra.
well, I will draw.
Merly first.
Don't even think I had any more triggers that are relevant unless there's something I'm forgetting.
Macho Melon.
Yep. I do have
Macho.
more Holy Oz, but I know they're not in my shields because I searched already. Yep, you got it.
Alrighty. Then we go to
Alright,
game
GG's.
4. GG's.
Quite honestly, there's not really a lot to say about this list. This is Fire Nature Rush, and the plan is extremely simple. We play a million 1-drops, a bunch of 2-drops, and a bunch of 3-drop speed attackers, as well as a few removal spells that we can use to keep our opponent off the board. And we just try and go face and kill our opponent as fast as humanly possible. That is pretty much the game plan, basically. And in a constructed Duel Masters, Fire Nature Rush is a very, very well-established archetype, one of the strongest decks in the game. We don't quite have all the pieces here, like we are missing the playset of Ganta here, we've only got the one, and we don't have the full playset of speed attackers. Anyways, this is a very, very strong deck, I think, and I'm hoping that it'll do well in the finals.
So this is one of the last 2 decks. I prioritized 3 lists mainly, but I wanted to build something else as well. This list is kind of polarized between being very good against controls that can't answer Alcadeias. Technically the baits can be answered to, but it's a removal check. They need a combination of discard and removal to stop the Alcadeias. We don't have any recursion for the Alcadeias, so if both are in the shields, that's tough luck, but hey, we'll have to see. I played all the mana ramp here, as you can see, the Fairy Lives, also Bronze Arm Tribe Mystic Treasure Chest, and 3 Sky Swords, so we get to ramp. I did include the Lunar Chargers here, just as like light mana as well as some chargers we can just play to curve out to the 5-drops which are the most impactful in the list. Dimension Gates, Rumbling Terrorhorn can find us the Alcadeias, as well as here I did get 4 Pincer Scarabs, so I only had 2 to start off with, but then I opened 2 from my DM12 boosters, and then I decided to go for that. So I wanted to include them in some list because it's a really potent attacker overall, so looking to aggro down with Alcadeias and the Pincer Scarab, stop opposing aggros with the Julianas, and the controls hopefully not being able to answer an Alcadeias coming down early. Setting up Battle Zone.
Set up Battle Zone, and good luck.
Good luck, good luck.
Alright, well, the legend himself is making an appearance in the Battle Zone, unfortunately.
Alright.
But I will charge Garabon the Glider, and we will run out Sniper Mosquito.
Yeah.
I could be playing anything. It's a real mystery here.
I'll draw. I'm gonna charge Ularus and pass.
Okay, is this... I saw a really cool looking Alcideus deck that won the last IDC tournament, and I don't know why else you'd be running Angel Command, so I guess that's what I'm assuming you're on here. I don't think this quite works, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not crazy. Okay, so we will charge Kamikaze Chainsaw Warrior, play Poisonous Mushroom, send Hardy Captain Polligan to mana, and unfortunately there was no way for me to get this out this turn because I needed another nature card, which I don't have. But yeah, so Sniper Mosquito will go in at a shield, and then I will pick up the Hardy Captain Polligan from my mana zone.
Alright. Break shield.
And go ahead.
I will draw. I think I'm just charging this and passing. Go ahead.
Okay, that is exactly what I like to see when I'm playing Fire Nature Rush.
Yes.
Okay, I guess what we do is just do this, play Rickaboo. Sniper Mosquito will go in, and I'll pick up the Polligan again.
Okie dokie. Break shield number 1.
And I guess that Alcideus deck had water also, and I guess you could have like bounce spells. So I guess if I want you to bounce something, I want you to bounce the Rickaboo. So we'll attack like this, and then we will go in at shield 4 here.
I will show you this clone deflector with no targets.
Okay, that's fair. I guess
So frustrating. God damn.
Yep. And go ahead. I guess if your last shield is Clone Deflector, though, now you can,
Yeah, play Juliana, go ahead.
Okay. And draw. Guess we do this. Sniper Mosquito will go in, pick up the Hardy Captain again.
I'll block with the Gielinor.
Yep, sure. Poisonous Mushroom will go in.
Yep.
And...
Damn,
Alright,
the deflector.
geez.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
GG's.
GG's. What we've got here is a sort of interesting, in my opinion, Fire Nature Light mid-range deck. I don't know if it's the strongest deck in the world, but I definitely think it's interesting at least. The idea is basically that we've just got a really strong mid-range core. We've got a bunch of good ramp green cards like Bronze Arm Tribe, Sky Sword, Fairy Life is somewhere here. And so we can accelerate our game plan. In the mid-game, we've got really strong board control tools in the form of Techno Totem and Crazed Valkyrie the Drastic. And we're really efficient at closing out the game because we've got, again, Crazed Valkyrie, as well as 2 Twin Cannon Sky Terrors and Magma Dragon Jigalzor. So we just hope to basically deal with all of our opponent's threats on the board early with our tap effects while putting forward a lot of pressure and then closing out the game really fast with our speed attacking double breakers. This is another deck, unfortunately, that did suffer a bit from not having access to quite all the cards that we wanted. So we've got a few like weird 1-ofs like Cavern Raider or weird 2-ofs like Sandfist here. But the fortunate thing I think about this deck is we can sort of lean into that a bit with Brutal Charge and Miraculous Rebirth. The fact that we do have all these weird 1-ofs allows us to use these cards as sort of a toolbox, and it makes us decently good at finding whatever card we need for the specific situation we find ourselves in. But however things turn out, I think this should be quite strong. Looking forward to see how it does in the games.
Finally, this budget FN aggro. I don't want to call it FN rush because there's notably 4 3-drops that shouldn't kind of be there, which is the Radioactive Horns and the Missile Soldier Ultimos. So here, notably a little less removal than I would like to have, but hey, we gotta make work with what we have. Just looking to steal a game. This is going to be my 5th deck, so if it comes down to that, I'm just hoping that I hit one of my 1-drops on turn 1, then a 2-drop, and then just go from there. Just aggro things down, hope the opponent doesn't have like a whole bunch of burst shots, and just have a good time and close the game out. We go for the last game.
We go to game 5 though, I guess. That's not a bad deal.
I'll choose to go first.
And set up Battle Zone. Alright, game 5. Good luck.
Alright, may the best duelist win. Let's see how it goes. I'll charge a Radioactive Horn and pass.
Oh jeez, I didn't expect to see this card. What does this mean, I wonder? Could be, I mean, this could mean Aura Pegasus, or it could just be some, like, aggro, like Firewater Nature aggro or something. Yes, yeah, I guess I assume you're on some, like, mid-range or aggro deck here. What do I want to send to mana here? Guess we send Magris to mana. Go ahead.
I will draw. Charge a Comet Missile and play out a Gondor.
Okay, yeah, so this is definitely some sort of aggro. It is not what I want to be seeing against aggro. Just really wish this was in the shields and not in my opening hand. And yeah, no plays from me. Go ahead.
I'll draw. Charge an Adventure Boar, play a Radioactive Horn.
Okay.
And swing Gonta.
Yep, that's good.
Pass turn.
This isn't... let me think about this. This is hard. Harder than it should be. That doesn't quite work either, though. Yeah, I have a few different lines, and, like, all of them feel just, like, one turn too slow. But, okay, I won't spend too long on this. Yeah, maybe the play is just...
nice.
Get rid of the Radioactive Horn while we can.
Okay.
I think that's all we do. Go ahead.
I think I'll play this Missile Soldier Ultima and swing.
Okay, that's a bit spooky. Yep, that's good.
Go ahead.
Okay, I will draw. Yeah, okay. So maybe say a bit of what I'm on. You probably could have guessed it.
Yeah,
anyways,
from the
though.
Magris, yeah.
We'll send.
I did figure.
Yeah, we'll send it Crazed Valkyrie to mana and
Magris or something else?
no, just a Bronze Arm. Another Twin Cannon to mana. It's a bit awkward. And go ahead.
I will draw. Charge a Quixotic. Play Pyro.
Ooh, that's not good.
Swing Pyro.
Okay, let's peek. Yep,
Gonta.
peek. Yeah, I mean, I guess we use this, right? Yeah, there's no way we don't use this. So we will play Soul Swap.
Nice.
We will Soul Swap. I guess we want to do the Missile Soldier for the Adventure Boar, is what makes the most sense.
Gotcha. And then
Okay.
can't attack further, so Pyro comes to hand. Go
Yep.
ahead.
Alright, I will draw, and that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. I will send Koan the Oracle the mana, and I will play
A Jagalzor.
not Jagalzor.
Oh,
I
Dual
will
Fang.
play-
Oh, I'm
that would be
guessing.
cool too. No, it's Miraculous
Oh.
Rebirth, and
Nice.
so we'll hit the Ganta, and then
Yep.
yeah, and so then I'm gonna get a 2 cost from my deck, and I think we just go for SoupRS in this position. What
Damn,
just
nice.
happened? Oh, it's already in the battle zone. Okay, and yeah, that is it. Then I will shuffle and go ahead.
Put a Mega Day Tornado
Okay,
in
I'm
there.
glad you drew nothing. That is good.
I'll swing the pig in there.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not gonna swing with the Pyro if I don't block this, but I think I just take this. So yeah.
Oh, another trigger? Oh no.
Yeah, it's not the best trigger in the world, but I guess we play it and we'll tap the Pyro Fighter. I don't think you were gonna attack anyways,
Go ahead.
but maybe you would have, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, draw. What is the best way to make this trade here, I wonder? Guess we don't really even have to trade, but I think it's probably better to do it such that it is a trade. I guess we can think about this actually. Yes, we'll do this. I will send Natural Snare to mana, and we will tap 5, play Sky Sword,
Yeah.
tap 3, play Sandfist. Yeah, and I guess because I have another blocker, I think we're actually just gonna kill this with the SoupRS.
Okay.
And go ahead.
I will play a Shaman Broccoli down, and I will pass.
Okay, I will draw. I know you have Pyro Fighter in hand. How long do I actually want to dirtle around here, though? 4, 8. Guess we charge mana. 5. Play Rumbling Terrahorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, we'll just... How do I guess I lose by you getting some critical density of creatures, but... Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna take Cryptic Totem, and... I don't know, this feels like I'm playing too cautious, maybe, but go ahead.
Play a Deadly Fighter down and pass turn.
Okay, we will draw. Okay, again, I know you have Pyro, so is there something... Would I be worried? Suppose you have 2 speed attackers. I guess that is enough to win. So, yeah, okay. Play Bronze Arm Tribe. 6. We will play Craze Valkyrie and tap your 2 creatures.
Yeah.
And Praise Valkyrie and Rumbling Terrahorn will go into both of them. And
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'll draw. Play a Mini Titan, get pass.
Draw. Well, that's not bad. 5.
Sky Sword.
Another Sky Sword. Play Cryptic Totem and go ahead.
Play a Snip Striker. Oh yeah, Mini Titan get has to attack.
Sure, I'll just take it. Yep, that's good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. 2, 3. And Fist. I mean, we have Jagalzor, and we can just win with Cryptic Totem here.
Yeah.
Oh man, alright. Good games.
GG.
I think
GG.
I got pretty lucky in that last game with that timely soul swap.
Yeah, I drew none of my 1-drops, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. GG's
Alright,
though.
GG's. Congrats.
Well, I guess that's it. I was able to become the champion and claim Garabon's magic staff for myself, which I am just absolutely thrilled to be able to say. The road to get here, if I'm being honest, there were some times when it was looking just a little bit rough. Early on in the competition, I was just losing match after match. Seemed like everybody else really had my number, and then I was just able to keep clawing my way back into the competition through these elimination matches. And it's probably true that I wasn't the strongest player in this competition, but I was able to win the matches that counted, and so here I am in the winner's circle, which is just really amazing. Shoutouts to Sydelio. Our finals match was really close, and it was a lot of fun in a really interesting format. And then, of course, shoutouts to all the other competitors as well. It was just so much fun to be able to meet all these new Duel Masters players and play in these really interesting and unique formats. And at the end of the day, that's sort of what I was excited about for this competition from the beginning. And then lastly, shoutouts to Garabon. He obviously put in just a ton of work into this project in all aspects, contacting people, coming up with the challenges, editing everything, which I'm sure was an absolutely gargantuan task. But yeah, this was a really fun event that you put on, and hopefully the viewers enjoy it as much as I did. And I guess that's it for me then. I will see everyone later then. Hopefully in whatever competition is coming next.